level teaspoon of mustard.
1 teaspoon of mustard.
And then we're going to add the half of a small diced onion. And any onion will do. If you like yellow, red, white.
And this is just
not
sauteed or anything.
Nope, it's not. Nope, it hasn't.
Okay.
And the reason I didn't choose to saute for this recipe is kind of like how we undercook the bacon slightly. I want the flavor of the onion to actually cook right into the...
I understand.
Okay.
Tissue!
Yes, to cook right into the actual bake itself.
Notice that the pan is not sticking over the edge where you could hit it. I remember that from home ec. It was 5th grade. Thank you, Mrs. Lovington.
Now that needs to simmer on low for about 8 minutes.
There's the timer.
Okay. If you notice, the roux is thickening, and you never want to mess with the thick roux. How do you know when it's done, Sydney?
When it begins to thicken up a little bit, usually once it starts to kind of bubble up around the edges and stuff, you're just looking for the consistency to thicken up. It's not going to reduce, like if you were to put some balsamic vinegar on the stovetop or something, it's not enough going on, it's too thick to actually reduce, but once it starts to thicken, and it'll cling to the spoon a little bit better than that. You know?
Now we're going to temper the egg, and this is a very tricky, but easy to do. We're going to take 1 egg, put it in the bowl, bust it on up, Brooke.
It's hard boiled.
Egg bust. Yeah. Oh, that would have been a great job.
Yeah, that would have been.
Then, as she is mixing the egg, we're going to put 1/3 or 1 cup into here, which would be 1/3 at a time. And if you
the egg not cooked when you're doing it.
And if you let it sit, it'll get scrambled, and you don't want that. So we're going to continue to slap it up.
And what the egg's purpose in this bake is the egg will also act as a thickening agent, just like the roux does, so that when the bake is cooking, you'll notice once we get the end result done here to pop into the oven, it's going to look very liquidy. Well, that egg is going to help thicken everything up. Now that the egg is tempered, we're going to take that mixture and add it right back to the pot here and stir.
I turned the heat off of the... Does it need to be back on?
Yeah, we'll have the heat back on.
Okay.
What temperature? Medium?
About medium.
And as Glenn Fry once said, yes, the heat is on. I guess he sang it.
You can do this with your children instead of your co-host if you want to.
It's more fun with your co-host.
Now what we're going to do is, now that we've got that mixture all put back together, we've got our cheese divided already. If you want to take the larger portion of cheese over here and just add a handful at a time, stirring constantly to incorporate it.
Would you like me to stir? And you can add.
This garden vegetable cheese, I don't know if you can see, there's little pieces of well, garden vegetables. That's why they call it garden vegetable cheese. But it smells like almost like ranch dressing.
Yeah, it really does. And you continue to stir as you do this,
Yep,
right?
keep stirring.
Okay.
And this is why it's a fun family project. Because like Brooke said, hey, I've only got 2 hands.
Right.
You know, so you've got your kids over here adding the cheese while you're handling the stirring part.
This is really getting thick.
Good.
That's good.
Yep, keep stirring.
Thick
Oh,
roux.
sorry.
No, that's what I'm just
We got lost.
You're like,
Oh, it smells really
that's
good.
fragrance of the cheese.
Now, could you do this with any different kinds of cheese?
Any of your favorite cheeses.
Absolutely. Mackinac Valley.
Yes, any of the Mackinac Valley cheeses actually work really well in that. If you want something where if it's adults only, maybe do a habanero cheese in it, give it a little kick.
Oh, yeah.
Get the cover from the bacon, the heat from the habaneros. I like the garlic and onion cheese that they have. You can do garlic and onion cheese, and this would actually be a nice way to sneak it in with the kids too. You do the garlic and onion cheese and not add the actual onion.
Now, does the garden vegetable cheese, does any of this count as one of your vegetables for the day, your 5 servings, or no?
No.
There's
nothing.
But it was worth a
That's
try.
a very good question, though. Yes,
Great try.
it's a
There
very
is
good
milk in it.
question.
There's a little dairy.
We've got our dairy, a lot of protein.
A lot of protein.
Here, I'm going to grab this camera and just kind of zoom in so you can see.
Look how thick
this
the roux
looks
has
like.
gotten.
The roux has officially transformed into sauce.
Oh, excellent.
Voila.
All right, so
Oh my
now-
gosh, you guys, it looks awesome.
it smells awesome.
Now, what we need to do is, if you want to grab a spoon from down here, we always taste. Taste as you go. Never serve
Really?
Never serve anything that you haven't tasted to your guests.
I'm a
Mainly
big
whatever.
fan of that.
So, grab a
So we
couple
get to
spoons.
dive into the bacon then
Oh,
too?
absolutely. Yeah. Just throw it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that will be hot.
That one's for you, this one's for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, that seriously rocks. Woo! That's good. That is good.
Props to you guys, eh?
It's your recipe, girl.
You made it.
Yeah, but that's good.
Like an airplane zoom.
Oh yeah,
Does it meet your approval?
yeah it does.
All right,
Absolutely.
awesome. Good job. Now,
Wait a minute. Bacon. We gotta taste the bacon,
well, yeah.
right? Speaking of meeting approval.
Good stuff. Good. I'm glad you approved because now we're going to take this bacon and we're going to stir it right into the cheese sauce.
All right. Do you need to strain it?
Huh?
Or do you want to...
Yeah, yes, I would. I pull it right out of the grease. Otherwise, that grease, well, the grease will come to the top of the casserole and cook.
put
And
it
you
in.
don't
Do you
want,
need to
yeah.
pat
Just,
it out or
no,
anything?
just
Okay.
put it in just like that. Get all that flavor in
Do
there.
we really need the pasta? I mean, can we just
But yeah,
eat it like
No
soup?
I'll
kidding.
get you all straws.
Like
Yeah,
soup of the day.
it'll be our beverage.
Now, what do you recommend to do with this bacon grease? Because all the yummy pepper is still in there.
I would slice up some potatoes and fry potatoes in it, or we could use that bacon grease to make our frittata.
Oh.
Now, that's what I'm
That
talking
comes
about.
later.
Yeah.
Oh, this... Now, what kind of bacon is it? There's like some spices. They're pepper?
It's pepper, cracked
Pepper?
peppercorn,
Okay.
yep. And it's the Alexander Horning bacon, Michigan made.
Because it's not just normal bacon.